Hi again, and good morning, everyone. It's now 6:47 in our election 2016 coverage this morning. After a meeting with newly formed Hispanic advisors, Donald Trump may be reconsidering his stance on deporting 11 million illegal immigrants. Donald Trump's new campaign manager, Kellyanne Conway, said yesterday that the creation of a deportation force for undocumented immigrants under a Trump administration was to be determined. Throughout the Republican primary, Trump supported the forcible removal of the undocumented immigrants living in the U.S.
Hey, very good Monday morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. Kyle Bosch here with Lisa Bedeau as we get started with non-stop news and weather all the way up to the top of the hour. We start with breaking news we've been following for you all morning. Police are investigating after a domestic dispute in West Fargo turned deadly.
The Valley Today's Christy Larson is live from the scene this morning and joining us to tell us exactly what police are saying and not saying, I guess, at this point in the investigation.
Yeah, good morning, guys. You know, I've been talking with some neighbors this morning who are stunned at what's been happening here inside of this mobile park. Now, we're at Brookwood Mobile Park Homes, and as you can see behind me, I'm standing in front of 444. We're on C Street, and this is just north of the West Fargo Police Department. And police were on scene here last night for hours, and now all that's left is some evidence tape on two different sides of this mobile home that we can see. Now, it all started around 9 p.m. Police had gotten a call for a domestic dispute, but then stumbled upon that one person had been confirmed dead inside of this home. Now, when I had talked with some neighbors that were getting up early this morning going to work, one of them said she knows the family very well and was very surprised at what had happened here. She said that 5 people were living inside of this home and said that she was very close with the woman and said that she was very surprised to see that this had happened. Now, we are still trying to get things confirmed as to what person had died inside of this home, what kind of situation had happened here. But Kyle and Lisa, West Fargo Police Department is going to be sending out a press release, hopefully giving some more of those details upon this investigation that they've been doing here at 8 a.m. So make sure that people are sticking around. ValleyNewsLive.com will be updating the web as soon as we can.
Yeah, we're all waiting for more answers, but even though there's not a police presence there right now, we know they're still going over a lot of evidence that they have at this point. Christy Larson reporting live on this breaking news. Thank you.
Also breaking for you this morning, a Moorhead man is in jail after police say they caught him trashing someone's garage. Police got a call just after midnight to the 1900 block of 4th Street South after a homeowner heard some loud noises coming from his garage.
Police say the suspect was holding the door shut, but they forced their way into the garage, then saw 37-year-old Gordy Burkhart pick up a piece of rebar. They were able to subdue him and arrest him for felony burglary and damage to property inside the garage. Also breaking this morning, authorities are now saying the death of a 5-year-old Minnesota girl is the result of homicidal violence. Elena Ertl was reported missing from her home in central Minnesota in the town of Watkins Saturday morning.
The family says that when they woke up, she and a family friend who was staying at the home, 25-year-old Zachary Anderson, were gone, along with a family truck. Police were eventually able to track down that stolen truck and Anderson at a family cabin near Motley, Minnesota in Cass County. After talking with Anderson, law enforcement found Ertl's body in a wooded area just a few hundred yards away.
Anderson is being held in the Crow Wing County Jail. He's facing kidnapping and murder charges. He's expected to make a court appearance today or tomorrow.
6:51 now. Time to get a look at weather and traffic on the ones, and we start with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good morning. We had a cooler weekend this weekend, and now we're going to heat things up for your Monday. Temperatures rising back into the upper 80s to 90 degrees for highs today. So warm. Get those air conditioners going once again. In addition, wind out of the south and in the teens. So a little bit on the breezy side too, helping to bring in that warm air for us for today. So looking good with lots of sunshine expected for us throughout our Monday. Looking at our radar and satellite picture, you can see there are a few areas of rain. They're now moving on out of our view area. It wasn't too long ago right in the Lake of the Woods and Red Lake area where we're seeing some scattered rain showers. Those look like they continue to press eastward. We may still be dealing with some cloud cover there and things should be quieting down throughout the rest of the morning for you. All of us in the valley that haven't seen the rain will continue to be on the dry side. Look at all this clear sky and quiet weather to report. 62 degrees in Fargo, 57 right now in Grand Forks, so pretty comfortable this morning. 54 in Jamestown, it's 58 in Bemidji. And in Lakes area, we're looking at 63 in Detroit Lakes and in Fergus Falls to start off your Monday. Wind is on the lighter side. We're looking at wind speeds in the teens to, or maybe that 5 to 15 mile per hour range. It will be picking up as we move through the day today. So here's a look at our hourly planner. Lots of clear skies and quiet conditions coming up here for today around 3 o'clock into the upper 80s, and then we hit the 90s around that 5 to 6 o'clock time frame in southeastern North Dakota. That's the best bet for seeing 90 degrees. The rest of us right around 80 or warmer than that. So heating things up for us this afternoon, and we continue to be warm even into the late night hours tonight, and that will set us up for a pretty warm day on Tuesday as well. So starting off our week on a hot note, we're looking at 90 today, 91 tomorrow, breezy conditions and a chance for some storms late Tuesday. So most of the day should be just fine for those kids heading back to school. And Wednesday, we're hanging on to a chance for some storms and breezy as well. Behind this, much cooler Thursday 72 and Friday 76. This weekend looking pretty good for that first Bison game. 81 degrees your high on Saturday. Let's check it out with Al.
At least we're on Interstate 94, and traffic out here on I-94, particularly westbound, is really clipping along. There's a lot of it, too. It's pretty darn thick. Eastbound I-94, fairly active as well, but not as busy as westbound I-94 is. I-29, northbound I-29, a lot of action out there. Speaking of northbound I-29, we have a stalled car out there. It's on right on top of the bridge at 13th Avenue. Again, that's northbound I-29. Blue Buick, look out for that thing. And then there's also one on southbound Interstate 29 at 12th Avenue North, or just on the south side of the 12th Avenue North Bridge, so make sure that you're looking out for that one as well. It's in kind of a bad spot because it's right next to the ramp onto southbound I-29, so again, make sure you're looking out for that. And I do see a traffic backup already this morning on 12th Avenue North, where there's a lane reduction going on there, stretching from I-29 west to 45th Street. So something else to plan for. Drive carefully today. Have a great day. Willamette Valley Today traffic.
6:54 now. Authorities are investigating after a stove fire caused an early morning evacuation at a Moorhead apartment building. Firefighters were dispatched to the 2900 block of 5th Street South around 10 yesterday morning.
Officials say one of the women living in the apartment was cooking when the oil in the pan caught fire. Authorities say the fire was contained to the kitchen area. They're still working to get a damage estimate. A local nonprofit is struggling to understand why someone would vandalize and steal from their business after a break-in over the weekend. Fargo police say someone smashed Cat's Cradle Shelter's front door with a rock yesterday morning and stole a donation box containing about $200.
No one was hurt in the incident, and all of the cats have been accounted for. Now, Fargo police say the burglar is described as a black man who was last seen wearing black clothing. If you have any information, you're asked to call Fargo police. Well, new for you this morning, 4 people are recovering from injuries after a head-on crash in the Northern Valley. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says a 56-year-old Fidendio Cerda of Devil's Lake was trying to pass a pickup hauling a hay baler in a no-passing zone last night on Highway 20 south of Devil's Lake. He ran head-on into a car driven by 75-year-old Gary McLean of Lakota, then rear-ended a car that was parked along the highway.
A passenger in McLean's car and a man in the parked car were also hurt. All 4 were taken to the Devil's Lake Hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. Cerda was also arrested for DUI and driving with a suspended license.
6:56 developing this morning. Thousands of students are set to head back to school in Miami today amid growing concerns about the Zika virus.
Over the weekend, health officials handed out protective clothing and free bug repellent to kids going to class in that area. At least 5 people in Miami Beach have apparently been infected with Zika by local mosquitoes, bringing the total number of infections to the area to 36.
President Barack Obama is back in Washington following a 16-day family vacation on Martha's Vineyard. The president came under fire from some Republicans for not cutting that trip short to tour flood-ravaged Louisiana. Mr. Obama will be traveling to that state tomorrow to see the devastation firsthand.